with a statement from Coach, and then we'll get to questions.
Yeah, after watching the film Saturday, I mean, it was a gutsy performance from our guys. I mean, they just kept battling. A lot of times in that game, it felt like we were out of it, and they just kept finding ways. So, going back watching, pleased with the effort. Still have some technique stuff to clean up, scheme stuff to clean up on both sides of the ball. And then obviously, Lorcan was huge in that game, counting for 14 points. Probably should have, again, had another 3 points in there. I made a dumb decision, but the boys had my back, and we got the win. So now it's time to move on. We got a good Coastal team. They've switched quarterbacks, and they're playing really well right now. So, we're going to have our work cut out for us, and, gave the kids a couple of days off the field, and we're getting rolling tomorrow. So we'll be ready to go.
Coach, kind of asked you a similar thing last week, but how good is it to have the one possession win in hand and everything, where you can go back to that one now and be like, hey, when it comes down to it, we can win any means necessary type of thing?
Yeah, it's really good right now, but during it, it's miserable. So I like the way we beat ODU. Those are fun ones for a coach. But, no, it's good. I mean, we're tested. We're road tested. We've been 2 overtime games. We've had big wins. We've had close wins. So, our kids are in a groove right now, and we just have to keep it rolling. We have to keep preparing the right way. We have to keep doing things the right way on and off the field, taking care of our bodies, getting rest, all the things that you need to do to be a good football player. And our kids are bought into what we're doing, that they believe right now. And, this 5-game stretch is crucial right here to our program. Determine, what we're playing for, and right now the guys are excited, and we're playing a good football team. Since they made this change at quarterback, they've won 2 in a row, and looked really good last week at App.
Along those lines, Coach, how much do you weigh being able to get well and have a little time off between wanting to keep playing because you're on a nice little roll? I guess there's a benefit to both, right?
There is, and, we're not completely off. Like, we're meeting, we're doing things. The kids, we practice the young guys today, developmental guys, and I'm saying young guys. Really, we practice everybody except the starters on both sides of the ball. So a lot of guys that played Saturday practice today, and then tomorrow, again, we'll get cranking. So it's not been – it's not like we're giving them a week off. We gave them a couple of days just off their feet, but we've had meetings. We have meetings on Monday, meetings today, and then tomorrow we'll really get rolling on Coastal.
With the Coastal quarterback change, have they fundamentally changed, or is it just better execution now they've got the switch? What is it about them?
I just think that probably a lot like us, when he went in and they got the win, their team rallied behind him, got some confidence. He's different than the other quarterbacks that they have. He's a runner. He's a big kid, and he's got a nice arm. The first game he played in, I mean, they were in a monsoon, so you really couldn't tell. And they weren't even trying to throw the ball. And then last week against App, he made some really good throws. So he's a dual threat guy. And Coach Beck and I go way back. We were together at NC State. So he's going to have some stuff for us, and this familiarity with both sides of this thing. So it's going to be a chess match for sure, and we just have to be smart, and I'm sure they're telling their guys the same thing. But I think it's going to be a heck of a football game.
You mentioned Lorcan's impact. I feel like every week we kind of ask you just how quickly he's kind of adjusted to this and everything. But could you speak to his improvement over the season, especially the last week?
Yeah, he's came such a long way. I mean, the first day in August that we had him on the field, he went through it, not sure about that he knew what he was doing. It was the first time he had a helmet and shoulder pads on. So, but he's kicking the ball extremely well. He's a weapon for us on kickoff. And again, I'm not afraid to run him out there from really 60 yards and in. He has a chance to make them. So the one he hit the other night in the game, 48 yards, I mean, it hit 3/4 of the way up the upright. So it would have been good from 60. So, but he's got confidence right now. He understands. He's just playing really well. So happy for him, and winning the honors of Special Teams Player of the Week in the Sun Belt. So, and I'm sure that will be a pattern for him over the next 4 years.
Coach, you're 3 games into league play now, and just every week it seems like we see some different results. Maybe might not expect, like Coastal loses by 40 to Old Dominion. Now they go and beat App State. Just talk about the depth of this league that you've seen and how good it's been.
Yeah, this league's a really good league. They're from top to bottom. I mean, every week you got to play. If you have a down week, you can get beat by anybody in the league. So, this is a really, really good league. I have a lot of respect for the coaches in this league. They do a great job. There's really good players in this league. It's very well ran. So it's I think it's the best, G5, G6 league in the country from top to bottom. There's some really good coaches, good players, and it's competitive for sure.
Tony, when you coach against a guy that you know so well, do you have to change things up because you guys are so kind of tied together with how you work together at NC State? Yeah,
and both sides of this, they know some of our calls, we know some of their calls, so I'm sure they're going to change. We're going to change. We're not going to go in and do things that they're going to expect us to do or say or whatever it may be, and so we have to protect ourselves against that. And I'm sure they're going to do the exact same thing on their end of it.
Coach, you kind of mentioned just how special it is for the group you've got, what you guys have done so far. I kind of figure, you expected to be successful, but does it feel almost like you're a little bit ahead of schedule or anything like that in terms of just, the hand you were given and everything, how well you all have done?
Nah, I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like that we should be sitting here right now at, we played 7 games, 6-1. That's the disappointing part. And again, some of that was coaching, some of that was our players not being able to finish a game, bad calls by us. A lot of different things go into it. But, to be where we were at a couple weeks ago, losing the way we lost, it'd been very easy to lose a football team. And these guys have rallied, and that's what I'm most proud of. They want to be good. That they love each other. I think when it first started, they didn't know each other. Then they liked each other a little bit, and I think now they love each other and they have fun doing what we do. And so when you see that all come together, that's what I'm proud of. I mean, they love coming to this building every day and practicing. They give great effort, and that's all I can ask for. And they're going to continue to do that. And right now, I love where we're at confidence-wise, but just because we won 2 games that maybe we weren't supposed to win, we have to keep working because now, maybe we snuck up on ODU. Maybe we snuck up, I don't know. You know how football is, but, right now for us, people are watching us and now they know and all those things. So, we just have to keep doing what we do. And our enemy every week is us. That we have to guard against ourselves and not beating ourselves with penalties and different things. So, our kids we have to just keep working, keep doing things the right way, and keep playing hard and, see where we're at on Saturdays.
With your insights on Coastal, changing things up a little bit, but from the core foundation of what they do on defense, what do you see when you look at them? How would you describe them defensively?
I think they're pretty good. Up front, they're good. Their linebackers are good. They can be aggressive and hold up in coverage, and and again, I've studied more of their offense up to this point, but defensively, I've watched them a little bit. They're good. I mean, they held a good App State offense down for most of the game, made it a one-possession game. And again, I studied them a lot with the Old Dominion, but you can't because the big splits, it's just so different. And you can't take that. We don't line up like that. So, they're not going to play us the same way. So, I'm sure that, you know, and they have a new coordinator. He's only been there 7 games, so I'm sure they're getting better every week, and you know, have a lot of respect for him. He's a good football coach.
Coach, just a little philosophy question with the portal being so prevalent today. How do you get your guys to kind of stay in the moment, like not see the shiny object down the road or some power forward? How do you get them to be involved and be with you guys right now? You seem to have done that very well this year.
Yeah, I just think that, you know, in order for a guy to leave wherever they're at, they're going to have to play good to get paid money and do all those things. So the best thing they can do is finish the season where they're at. And if that's what they want to do, you know, we don't lock the doors from the inside here. If they don't want to be here, let them leave. But I think that if you create the right kind of culture here and you take care of your guys and you give those guys an experience and you're coaching them and they know you care about them, that's our job. And that's what we're going to do as a staff, and make sure that they know they're wanted here, they're going to get taken care of here, and we're going to play, you know, great football at a great university in a great town. And if they don't want that, I don't want them. And, you know, we're never going to be able to outbid people. And, you know, we're going to do what we do and coach them, develop them, and love them up and coach them hard and hold them accountable. And, again, if they don't want to do it, so long. We'll play against you. I'm good with that.
Anything further for Coach?
All right. Thank you, guys.
Guys.